Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up? We are here. It is time. Alright, here we are. Not even sure what I'm going to do today. Just got me my cup of tea. And I kinda came here without any real plan. Like, I can reread Dressrosa. Or I can start with Vegapunk's broadcast. What to do? I am actually don't know what to do now. Oh, is that a music? Oh, hold up. There's a music. Yo, Crazy Gold, caught up with the anime of One Piece? Pretty much. I mean, today's a filler, so I didn't watch that. I mean, filler, it's a bullshit chopper recap, so I'm not gonna watch that. But other than that, I'm fully caught up to the anime. If you're talking about One Piece, at least. Yeah, how you doing, man? Okay, so there are a few things that I can do here. Worst episode was not, yeah, it went, yeah, they went crazy with that episode. It was, they went stupid with it. But there are a few things that I can do. I can either do the end of Wano, like after Kaido's defeated, I can like reread all the news events that happened, like the bounty stuff, all that sort of stuff, all the way to Egghead. Or I can read the start of after Egghead all the way to elbaf. I can do Vegapunk's broadcast, because those are all things that I need to refresh my memories on. But the biggest one is Dressrosa, and that's that's 100 chapters, and there's no shot I'm gonna be able to do that today. Like that'll be like a 10-week endeavor at the least. But Dressrosa is something that I need to reread desperately, because Dressrosa is my biggest flaw, my biggest blind spot when it comes to One Piece knowledge. Because years ago, when I started my One Piece reread, so not the first time watching or reading, but the reread, Dressrosa had just ended, so I read everything from the start all the way to Punk Hazard and Little Garden, and that's where I stopped, because everything that came after that, like the manga was just finished with Dressrosa, so I didn't really bother to reread that. So now I'm kind of, since Dressrosa is the only arc that I didn't do a proper reread of, my knowledge of it is very, very blurry. Like memories of it they're not the greatest. So when Law and Kid beat Big Mom, Law apparently uses devil fruit to like noise cancel Big Mom's voice. And to me, I didn't remember that that was Corazone's devil fruit. Yeah. Which is pretty bad. So I'm not sure what to do now. You guys can help me decide like which you would prefer me to read. I read Vegapunk's message several times. Very interesting. I've already read it once, and usually like I do my sort of reread with the anime. The anime is kind of like went on a 6-month break, and now it's on with several. It has several recap episodes, and the pacing is not great, so it's taking a long time to catch up. So, I mean, I guess Vegapunk's. I mean, I'm not gonna be streaming for long tonight, so maybe Vegapunk's broadcast might be the best thing to do here, and maybe save Dressrosa for a later date when I have the proper time for it. I mean, there's also the Reverie that I can reread. It's not many chapters. Yeah, it's like a handful of chapters. But then there's also the Reverie, which had quite a bit of information, which might be good to like do a reread of. Man, okay, let me at least pull up TCB. Let me switch scenes here. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Isn't there more Reverie lore in Egghead than there? That is true, yeah. You're not wrong on that. Actually, that's a good one actually. Because yeah, with Sabo and everything, yeah. Like the Sabo stuff, The Sabo stuff I do remember. They ended up meeting with Bonnie, and I mean the whole thing was to save Kuma. And of course the whole thing with Emu and Cobra dying, that's still pretty fresh in my memory. Now what to do? Shamrock takes the stage. Like the review was just to show all the characters. I mean, the review had some of the craziest shit ever. The reveal of Emu, the Straw Hat, supposed Shanks showing up. It was an insane mini arc. And also the first time Rox was ever revealed was also during the Reverie. The reveal that Big Mom and Kaido used to somehow, some way work together in the past, referring to the Rox Pirates. So, now what to do here? Venture in the light of mystery. What constitutes death? Atlas, Emeth, being free, Mo, Mo. Or impact, continental fragment. Actually, yeah, let's do Vegapunk's message. We'll start with Vegapunk's message, and the next stream, the next One Piece homework stream, we'll do something else. Let me get me some One Piece music. Yo, Shadow. Recently buys if you think Egghead showed more lore, it just showed more relevant ones. I mean, you can't call Egghead recency bias anymore. It's been quite a while, almost quite a while since Egghead ended. Egghead took what was shown to us before and just expanded upon it. It definitely showed us more of the Reverie than the Reverie arc itself. Just like how Egghead showed us the beginning of Kuma's flashback with a sprinkle of rocks of the God Valley incident, and now elbaf is like going just showing us the whole thing. Let's see, continental fragments, wings of Icarus, Sun's Shield. Yeah, let's just do Vegapunk's broadcast. Let's see. Mark 3 Pacifista. So this is... Okay, so this is where the... This is going to be the next One Piece episode. This right here. It's actually pretty good to like start here, I think. Of course you have... Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah. So you have Venus Juro, the only Gorosei that shows actual skill. And since I was watching the anime last week, and I had me wondering, the fact that Venus Juro can use ice powers, and his powers are skeleton based. He's pretty much a horse skeleton. And then we have Brook, who's also a skeleton and can also use ice. Which kind of had me thinking, like, is there a link? So Venus Juro running around the island. She is no more than a little 12-year-old girl, and you gave her the power to eradicate entire nations. And of course, this wish coming from him. At the beginning of the arc, Emu just fucking eradicated Lulusia. Yo, what up, Willow the Bald? We're just doing a One Piece homework stream. I need to refresh my memories on certain things. Oh man, I had too much for dinner. I had way too much for dinner. Your defiance is as foolish as it is insolent, Vegapunk. Let's hurry back to the ship so you have Oimo and Kashi. Yeah, some scary looking guys just arrived. Stop them from setting sail. Target the ship from elbaf and sink it. Get to the northeastern front on the double. And of course, Frankie facing off with quintuple chin. I'm not letting you through. Steam and strong. Raito punches through him. Hey Giants, take care of my dad. You bet. Brace yourself, you jewelry bunny. You stupid miserable brat. Stream like? Thanks man, appreciate it. Just definitely like the stream and subscribe if you haven't. Hey Dio, come on. We're not gonna let you keep a single. Okay, so where? I thought that was Nami for a moment. No, that's Bonnie. I thought for a moment she looked so much like Nami. He's not a weapon. Labostratum. Okay, so aren't you going to drink that Vega coffee of yours? Don't tease me, Shaka. It's too hot. You know my tongue's as sensitive as a cat's. Looking forward to tomorrow. Also have fun with... Yeah, I've been playing a lot lately. All right, Kakurobachi came out today. I keep forgetting it comes out on Sunday. I would do it on Sunday, but I can guarantee that I have... I mean, Sundays, it's weekend, so I might as well have plans on Sunday. And also, Wednesday. I'm really excited for Wednesday for Tokyo Ghoul. Really looking forward to that one. There's only 4 minutes left, Stella. This is definitely the same room. There's no doubt this is where it was filmed, but... Current more than... Yeah, fair enough. Like, right now, my biggest challenge is dinner after work. Yo, Jay, what up? Welcome to the stream. So, I kind of have to juggle between work, going to the gym, and streaming. Work, I mean... I'm kind of forced to work, so I have to deal with that. Then after work, I go straight to the gym, which takes about an hour, hour and a half. And then after the gym, I have to shower and cook me dinner, which is another hour to 1 hour to 2 hours, which leaves me almost no room to stream. That's the issue that I'm struggling with. So I'm starting to think that I might have to like meal prep on Sundays. Willow the Bald is a Kagurabachi fan. He's only here on Mondays. Okay, so of course, Birdman just hyper beams the laboratory. Wait a sec, don't do anything crazy. Stella, there's not enough time. We can cool the coffee down if you use thermoelectric device. To alternate... Okay, so of course, the Vegapunk's arguing about coffee. Shadow Kage? I mean, Shadow Kage is here for One Piece, too. Sometimes, at least not as often. Hey. Whoop. So you didn't stop Deadly Squat. If I were Stella, I'd have made sure the broadcast snail was well hidden. Then I shall continue until the entire lab is vaporized. That'd be a mistake. The second floor of Building B is dedicated to weapons development, and the first floor houses the power station. Not only that, but the third floor, Building C, stores the number of high-pressure gas cylinders. If you damage any of those, the resulting explosion will blow punk records into smithereens. Then think of a solution. You satellites are all identical thoughts. All share identical thought process, right? Punk's dynamic was so fun. Wish we had more. I mean, there are currently 2 Vegapunks walking around. There's Lilith, who is in elbaf, and then there's the fusion of all the parts, just wandering off somewhere. Any news regarding spoilers? Might have to wait another week. I mean, I've seen news that Oda was back on his feet. And Shonen Jump has already sold. Not sold. Like the official chapters have now been released. So right now, usually would have the news of whether we do or do not get One Piece. It should be around Shonen Jump. Because apparently they post the schedule on Shonen Jump itself on which chapters you can expect. And the fact that they didn't say right away that there's no chapter means most likely that there's going to be a chapter. As long as he stays healthy, I don't. I was talking about it in Discord, but every single time there's something up with Oda's health, they talk about him about his poor health, which always makes it sound so extreme, almost as if he's on the brink of death. But I'm like, if that's the case for that long, I don't think he would have survived up until now. So, and it is flu season, so he might have just caught a flu like I did last week. And Oda has been taking a lot of breaks recently, so I think he's fine. I mean, nothing to worry about at least. Spoilers usually come out on Mondays or Tuesdays. His work schedule makes pretty yeah, he works like a maniac. That goes for pretty much every mangaka. I go. All right, you have a good one, Bolt. See you tomorrow for Kagurabachi. Of course, I know exactly how to stop this. Besides, we don't want to rack up any more sins. Our relationship is already troubled enough. I sense the voice of a small life form above. You mean from Punk Records? Don't tell me he hid it in a snail there. It'll be one of the broadcast snails we recently finished developing. They're shaped like this, with a short triangular shell. Where is the entrance? Okay, so we switched to Stussy. Kind of crazy how we still don't have like anything new related to Stussy and how she, like her history with Vegapunk, I guess. Like, how did Vegapunk end up with DNA of Buckingham Stussy? It's been so long and still we haven't seen shit. What in the blue blaze was that monster? Going off what we overheard, I think it's one of the 5 elders. Go figure. What a repulsive transformation. So why are you still here? Did your new pals leave you high and dry? I'd be downright heartbroken if it were for your own recent double cross. I decided to stay on my own volition. Someone needed to be here to carry out this final mission. Hang on, we're just gonna leave Stussy behind? There's no help in it. That darn barrier has to be lowered the instant the ship attempts to escape. Mind you, the forward dome can be disarmed from the command tower. The lady wanted to do it herself. We can only respect that and show our gratitude by getting out here alive. Of course, we won't waste this chance to escape, but... Then Robin, the thing is, how are we meant to cover the distance of that Vegaforce 1 was originally going to fly? That's the real head scratcher, Nico Robin. According to my calculations and all conventional wisdom, we were 100% guaranteed to crash and burn. I'm still waiting for the Mentos upgrade for Frankie and the Sunny, because they both run on cola, and we all know what happens when you throw in a Mentos in a bottle of cola. So if the Kuda burst is just pretty much like just the gas of the cola just exploding and just launching the ship. What if Frankie develops a big Mentos thing and just throws it in the cola barrel? Guys, I finished loading the Kuda burst. We can take off towards the sea the second Zoro and the others get on board. If you don't make it, we'll have to improvise and rely on everyone's powers. Let's give it our all. Wowee! It sure is a rowdy crew. They say miracles happen because God's triumph over all. And love, that theory. Even if I'm a scientist. Addison, what are you doing? I'm gonna make sure your ship reaches the ocean. And he just, oh right, Trust me, I'm projected damage is 78%. And of course, yeah, I forgot about that. He creates an opening through the barrier. A terrible vortex is emanating from the island. And then we have Worm Dude. What power? It's sucking us in. We're not getting anywhere. If you're so hungry and Luffy kicks a building, launches it towards its mouth. Gubba bubba. This is a real thrill. What the Straw Hat? You look like an old man. I'm all out of food and power. Food. Want some of our Carl? Wow, what's that smell? A fermented shark. It's an energy ration from Elbaf. Have you read the interview? What interview? Yeah. Your body's so expressive. You're back to normal. The boar's charging. Gear 3rd. Go. Red Rock. And his head's on fire. How hard is this guy's skin? Which life is better, Dory Brogy? I prefer the yeah. Remember when guys started scaling this guy higher than Kaido because this happened to Luffy's Red Rock? Labostratum back entrance. Hang on, what the world? Who goes there? Oh, and there's Saturn crawling up. Northeast. And then we have Venus Juro. What the heck is that? Oh, that's kind of a menacing panel. There's only 1 minute. I know. This must be it. Seems fortune did not favor you this time, Vegapunk. Front cover, color spread, next issue. Okay, next chapter. Here we have a color page. All right, the chess. Yeah, I really like this one. This one was so good. The chess pieces. World's largest brain, Punk Records. Stalemate. Now then, while my coffee could use more time to cool, it's probably safe to assume that we've given people sufficient time to set up their video transponders now. T-minus 30 seconds, Stella. I'm getting nervous. We'll be broadcasting to the entire world. It constitutes. Oh wait, it continues to live even after your death. Is this your true self, Vegapunk? And of course his head. Then again, what is death to something like this? Is your consciousness even housed here? Oops. Indeed, all this footage will eventually reach the entire world. I take pride in that connection, but sparing this is also a great burden. No way, you don't You don't have one, Kaya-san? We thought you'd be the one person in the entire world, in the village who would. You realize how big a video transponder snails are? Okay, so we're in Syrup Village. Kaya, looking real good. It's rather larger than your average house pet. Now allow me to fetch the tea. And we have the 3 kids from Usopp's village. Dr. Vegapunk is a legend in the medical field too, you know. I know all about it. As if, you big liar. Pimon and Ninjin, you should take Dr. Vegapunk's research more seriously. We'll be starting shortly. And we have Laboon and Crocus. The futuristic island of Baltimore. Vegapunk's hometown. You mean he was really born here? You betcha, he's Baltimore's pride and joy. Wasn't he responsible for the nightmare of Baltimore? No, that was Frankie. I heard he turned himself into a ship now. Into his Jump magazine I've shared in... Okay, is it worth reading? Like, is there something relevant or just casual stuff? How many years has it been, Vegapunk? Birdie Kingdom, where Chopper studied, South Blue. Seems it's about the island where Tanuki-Chi is. A king of modern science. And his smarts have also been used to make many weapons. Mostly casual? Oh, okay, then I'll just wait until the chapter. Hachinosu, Pirate Island. Quiet down, scallywags. The Vega fella's gonna speak. So what? You crossed me earlier. I ain't letting that slide just to listen to some old fossil. Matey. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. This is Vegapunk. Attention world. An ordinary transponder snail. That means this is no mere hiding place then. You wanted to fool me with the decoy. Wait a minute. What? Did I miss something? Those guys? These ones? I mean, they seem, but they don't look familiar. The Jolly Roger on this guy's back doesn't look familiar. Like, am I supposed to know him? Curse you, Vegapunk! Hello out there. Stella, we already had an introduction when we did the signal jacking part. Yeah, I remember this annoying me when I first read it. Fine then, we'll get started. Without any further ado. Alright, let's hear it already. Who knows what's coming? What's up? A very important man is making an announcement. Just go to back, dear. It hasn't stopped yet, Mart. What are you doing? My apologies, that wretched Vegapunk. He was much more cautious than we gave him credit for. There is currently no stopping the broadcast. It is impossible to determine how much he actually knows, or what he intends to say now. But York told us he wished to carry on the torch of O'Hara's scholars. This won't be a repeat of Clover. He means to finish what O'Hara started. Vegapunk. Did you hear that? It was a sweet girl crying out. Wani-chan needs me. I keep forgetting how big Stella is. What is that thing? Jewelry Bonnie. We will not surrender our military might to you. Okay, so Frankie trying to protect Bonnie. Out of the way, Frankie. If anyone's gonna pull off an impressive rescue of Bonnie, it'll be me. Yeah, this was sick. He blocks the sword. Kicks him in the shin. Upwards. While carrying Vegapunk. We're not gonna cut you slack just cause you're senile. This is a pirate fight, you geezer. And his head catches fire. Transforms into the horse. Bites Sanji. What's that? I confess that I've committed 2 grave sins. Oimo, hold him down. So you have Oimo and Kashi holding backside Venus Juro. Distorted future. Bonnie. What the heck? Is that Jewelry Bonnie? Give me a giant-ish future. I believe that I will soon be executed for my transgressions. So this message will be programmed to broadcast. The second is my heart. So this message will be programmed to broadcast the second my heart stops beating. Sabaudi. You can't be serious. Does that mean he's already dead? It can be. He was all over the papers just this morning. They said he's being held hostage by the Sword pirates. All right, Caesar. I refuse to accept this. You're lying, you bastard. You can't just die. We just teamed up so we can surpass you. And there's a judge behind him. Hey, what's the big idea of this massive broadcast? He's trying to kill print media? Yeah, better step up, Big News Morgan. Better start a news channel. I want to make one thing clear, and I pray you understand this. Please do not assume that the ones who strike me down are evil, regardless of who they seem to be. I do not intend to discuss right and wrong here. I am not qualified to judge such things, and I do not know nearly enough about him in any case. Step aside, I have no time to deal with vermin like you. And there's Saturn. Can we talk about how Saturn didn't manage to beat a single one of the weakest Straw Hats? That voice, I see. That is quite an audacious hypothesis. Okay, so she's remembering. He recognizes Saturn's voice. You must be Nico Robin, the woman Akainu let slip through his fingers. That impotent fool. He's one of the 5 elders? And she's physically shaking. What are you talking about? Protect Robin! Zeus blocking one, Chopper in guard point. Did I notice this before? Look at this. Brooke cuts one of Saturn's legs. I never noticed that. At least I don't think I did. We'll keep you safe no matter what. Move, you filthy insects. I'm sure what I'm about to say will be hard to accept. Some of you may think me a madman, or even an idiot. This is futile. There are far too many life forms in the vicinity of this laboratory. I cannot sense any unique telepathic waves. Think. If this keeps up, they won't let me be a celestial dragon. I'm a Vegapunk too, so where would I hide it? That said, it is my duty to ensure that everyone is aware of this issue. Perhaps we should consider destroying the power station to stop this. Okay, so you have the Gorosei, of course, talking telepathically somehow. That is out of the question. The nearby marine ships and equipment aren't the only things we stand to lose in the blast. We would also be sacrifice our one and only means of replicating the success with the Mother Flame. I'll cut to the chase, says Vegapunk. Our world is going to sink into the ocean. What? And of course, we see a confession and a shocking prediction. Our world is going to sink into the ocean. Next chapter. The Wings of Icarus. Navy headquarters. New world. The world's gonna sink into the ocean. Does he realize what he's saying? Dr. Vegapunk. Akainu, quiet. I'm still not sure if he knows or not. And we still haven't, like I've said it several times, we have yet to see the aftermath of Vegapunk's message. We haven't seen what impact it had on the world. Because we went from Egghead straight to an isolated country, being elbaf. The town of mockery, Mocktown. This guy's a riot. Is he trying to panic everyone and take down the world with him? How the heck is the whole world meant to sink, Mr. Genius? The City of Water, Water 7. If he was just talking about the city, I'd believe him in an instant. But the whole world, it'd take a lot more rising tides to do that, right? I think the world will be in chaos. I mean, my prediction when it came out, my prediction was that Vegapunk is about, like, his message is about to launch the biggest Age of Pirates we know so far. Because he says at the end that pretty much the truth will come out, or whoever finds the One Piece. That's the answer. And he's pretty much told the entire world, yo, your world is about to sink into the ocean, and the only way to find how or why and what to do about it is by finding the One Piece. At that point, it's not going to be just scumbags just sailing out to sea for the sake of greed. You're gonna have a lot of families, just people, regular people, just sailing out, trying to find the One Piece. Oda, assistant continue background character design. Wait, what? Continuing background character design. 1087, 1113. What? Then 87. Battleship bags. Page 7. Wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's wow. Okay, we saw in 1113 they were dancing together. Okay, fair enough. Underwater prison, impel down. This just gets better and better. Isn't your job to take care of the inmates, Magellan? What are you gonna do if the prison gets completely flooded? You have a point. The sudden sea level rise earlier caused havoc with some cells, and that was only 1 meter. How many meters would it take to cover the whole world? Most urban areas would be screwed if the water levels just rose with just another 5 meters. Maybe we should evacuate. We could always go somewhere high up. Fishman Island. Is that really going to happen? It sounds so outlandish. I mean, it's not like it matters for you guys. They're gonna be the only ones who are gonna be fine. Egghead, the island of the future. This is crazy talk. The world's most acclaimed scientist is saying it. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's true. It'll cause mass panic and chaos. Enough with the lies and madness, Vegapunk. Quickly, eradicate the broadcast snail. No, snuff out every living thing you can sense. We can deal with the ramifications later. Okay, so York's still running. Damn, Stella, did he really spill the beans on everything? Please, humor me for a moment, as I'd like to make a prediction. Assuming my sensor data is accurate, a few days from now, as I record this, an exceptionally vicious earthquake will rock the entire planet. Don't tell me he's talking about today's earthquake. Didn't he die after just this recording? Following this calamity. Okay, so we have, what's her face? Smoothie. Following this calamity, sea levels the world over will rise by 1 meter. A number of islands will become uninhabitable. No way, he actually saw it coming. Oh wow! I never picked up on this. So this is one of the islands that got submerged. You have people in boats. Well, okay, I definitely didn't pick up on this the first time I read it. Like people on balconies, just staying on balconies just to stay dry. Still raining like crazy, it looks like. And naturally, many beaches will also be completely submerged. Long ring, long land. If it doesn't come to pass, feel free to disregard the rest of this message. This is freaky. How was he able to call it? Okay, we have Kuzan. Kuzan! Bandaged up! Yo, Gambi, welcome. Punch in my guts. Actually, wow, it's actually why that I didn't pick up on this. Like in this panel right here. Aokiji, Kuzan, bandaged up. The earthquake I just predicted cannot, strictly speaking, be considered a natural phenomenon. Vegapunk, not another word. And Saturn, struggling to deal with the weakest Straw Hats. Which chapters? I'm right now. I'm at 11:14, reading the Vegapunk broadcast. Get out of here. I've always naively yearned for peace and prosperity. Okay, so Robin catching everyone. Chopper taking a beat. Like who hit Saturn in the eye? Was it Brooke? It looks like an overhead. Something overhead fell down, or... Like Saturn got hit by an overhead attack. But it's hard to tell who did it. Like, the only one who's like in that line seems to be Brooke. Chopper tank inside is like covered with poison. Is that enough to destroy her? I mean, guard points be guarding. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Who's upper? I mean, Lilith is shooting down. The blast that hit Saturn came from up. Usopp is also down. Or is that, or is it Nami? Because she does have like her pose, as if she did an overhead, like where her arms are, as if she did an overhead attack. I'm guessing that's a big lightning strike then. So we see Saturn's eye recovering. And that brought me to what proved to be my first grave sin. Mars, what is the status of the power station? I'm seeing to it now. We must preserve the contents of that room. I was fixated on my dream of developing everlasting energy source. Hellbent on driving the world to a bigger, brighter future. Oh, the mother flame. But I flew too close to the sun. A and Mu. A and Mu. Was it after this then that we learned how Emu calls himself Mu? We have to eradicate all life forms. We must be relentless. It was a mural level reveal before the mural came. This? Pretty much, yeah. And then Saturn like a fucking dumbass, just hitting computers. I am the god. I am the god king of science. And just proceeds hitting things. Where's that one? Can I find it? Let me see. Yes. Hold up. Let me show you. Let me turn this off. Hold up. Let me. This is Saturn. This right here. That's literally Saturn. Okay, come on, work with me here. There we go. The mother flame. I shouldn't get ahead of myself, though. Now you have Emeth walking in the background. Nothing's working. Okay, so they're all shooting Emeth and nothing's working, obviously. In order to understand where the world is heading, okay, so I forget. I should really put some effort in remembering the Gorsei's names, because I only know Saturn, but he's dead, and Venus Juro, and the rest of them, fuck if I know. We must first address the past, specifically what happened between 900 and 800 years ago, a century-long period that most think of as the blank part of history. Those miserable Marines, what are they doing? Hurry up and shut this Graden's mouth. Fittingly, it is known as the Void Century, since all information about it has either been erased or lost. And that is true for the most parts. There is one last key to unlocking some scraps and echoes from back then. That is too good for him. Bring back his body. I'll tear him limb for limb. The Void Century? What is he talking about? Mars is the bird? Probably. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I should make effort into remembering, but... I mean, I know Garling. Garling is a Gorosei now. Luffy the Clan is motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, Luffy's not even trying. Now we have Sol. The poneglyphs. Those lonely stones dwelling in various quiet and calm lands all over the globe. The text inscribed on them, once decoded, is our one and only method of glimpsing the unknown past. Hey, did you know? Okay, so Orange Town. We got Shu, the mayor. And way back when, 20 kins team up to create the world. I wonder if this old timer knows about any of them. Who can say? What do you think, Choo Choo? Oh, it's Choo Choo, not Choo. Despite this, any attempt to decipher the poneglyphs is considered taboo by the world government, and so I felt compelled to commit my second grave sin. I betrayed the government and studied this forbidden era. Jupiter, worm, Mercury, pig. Okay. I'd be frustrated to death if someone clowns me like, don't be a prick then. I mean, the only reason Luffy would do something like that is if you deserve it, and they clearly do. I betrayed the government and studied this forbidden era myself. I was fortunate enough to inherit several documents from a certain group of exceptional archaeologists that allowed me to decipher a number of poneglyphs. I pursued this research as far as possible, and I have no regrets. History is a story after all. Okay, now the cloud part is extending. Look, the clouds are stretching. This must be what Edison was talking about. That's right. With the edge of the clouds further out, we'll be able to leap right into the ocean. Y'all strides better make it. Don't you dare get caught by the government. And in truth, I only know a small fragment of this 100-long-year tale. It wouldn't be right to leave you with baseless speculation, so I'll limit myself to the facts as I know them. The star of this story, oh yeah, this was so dope, was born 900 years ago in a bountiful and advanced kingdom. And just like the legendary sun god Nika from the fables of Elbaf, he too fought with a stretchy and elastic body. They called him Joy Boy. Stop, you're making us crack up. He was the first man to take the seas, the first one to be called a pirate. This is gonna go so fucking hard in the anime. The first one to be called a pirate. So that is so crazy. Like, you'd think pirates would have existed like in forever. The OC kicking, yeah. Oh, this was brutal. This was brutal. The break next week. The flower capital Wano. It's hard to believe this foreign transmission is reaching us. We found the snow in the castle among Orochi's possessions. Now you may be wondering how... Yeah, so we're in Wano. The Straw Hat flying proudly. Now you may be wondering how he came to be known as a pirate. Joy Boy being Davy Jones would have made so much sense. I was on board with that too, but now that Zebek is from the Davy family, and now I'm like, maybe not. Because in this broadcast, you're gonna see in a moment, Vegapunk says, among the D, there is a... And then he gets interrupted. So you were a pirate, Joy Boy, just like Luffy. You know of him, Lord? Look at Kino. Yeah, look at Kino on all series. In the breathtaking world of One Piece, there a small bit before the ending. That's the... Yeah, what's it called? That's the updated version. That's right, I cannot get enough of that video, man. It is just straight up the best One Piece video ever made. Let me see, what does... Because this is the updated version after... I think after the mural is when he updated it. Like, the video got blocked. And then after the mural, he updated it, and... Music is so good. Kaido. Just looking at the mist that's thick. Okay, so this is about this through the bark. Dory and Brogy fighting is such a dope addition. And the fan letter. The Wheel of Time will be born. Our ruler will be born. Another will be born in a distant sea. What does that mean, though? It's fucking perfection, man. If there is a long history, the conflict must have deeper roots. Land of the Gods. Wait, that thing that I just... If there is a long history, the conflicts must have deeper roots. If there is a long history, the conflict must have deeper roots. Oh, before? With the Sea Kings? Will be born. Our ruler will be born. Another will be born in a distant sea. Like, which ruler are they referring to? If there is history along the conflict must have deeper roots. Land of the Gods, world government, 170 allied nations, 50 representative, one throne. One day, the world will host a gigantic event, but for now, it remains an untold story. But it's referring to two. And okay, so we're assuming... I mean, obviously, Shirahoshi is the easy answer. That is the obvious choice. What if it isn't? I mean, Oda is known for, like, fucking with us. Actually, was Poseidon? No, that's what I'm saying, Shirahoshi. But what if it's not? What if Poseidon isn't considered a ruler. Even though Poseidon has the power to control the Sea Kings. A jail cell at the G4 naval base. Okay, of course. The Morrow Black. Joy Boy, who cares? I bet you could easily beat him, right, Captain Kidd? Retconning is the best ability? I don't know if it's retconning, though. Sometimes it's genuinely hard to tell whether it's premeditated or like just a real good foreshadowing or just retconning. Yeah, I'm a million times stronger, tougher than this Joy Boy. Do bear in mind, I only have access to a handful of poneglyphs. Definitely slapping his desk while drawing this. Their combined narrative clearly chronicles an unbelievable history about a great war in the distant past. I gotta pull it up. It is time. It is time. I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull it up. Oh, this quality is dog shit. I have to pull it up. Because this proves me right. The way I interpret the mural. An unbelievable history about a great war in the distant past. And every single one, no one has agreed with me so far on this. That the second half of the mural, everything from the middle to the left, is both the second and the third world. Both the huge war of the past that Joy Boy fought, and the war that will happen in the future that Luffy will fight. Both wars fought by Joy Boy. By a Joy Boy. But everyone says that this is either just the second world or the third world. That, like, it's super obvious that all three worlds are portrayed in this fucking mural. Joy Boy at one point recruited all these people, all these nations to fight against Emu and her allies. Lost, and now Luffy will do the same. Jesus. During that period, Joy Boy faced an enemy, the organization known as the World Government. Wait, is that us? Well, he did say he was a pirate. Vegapunk. Back then, they were merely the Allied powers, a temporary coalition consisting of 20 separate kingdoms. Then we have this fuck, just walking, rousing his conqueror's hockey. Yo, Jay. I'm gonna warn you right away. I don't know how far you've gotten in the Vegapunk broadcast, but this might be spoiler area for you. So before I continue, just if you made it past 11:15, finish. Oh, okay, good shit, good shit. All right, do you now understand why I was being so cryptic? My understanding is that this left is second and third, the current world, where Joy Boy lost. No, yeah, exactly. That's what I've been saying this whole time. But every single time I said it, people would like disagree with me. During the reaction of the. Okay, stop about the mural. No more talk about the mural. No more talk. No more talk. Because Jay has just finished Egghead. So we'll just stick to this portion. And thanks for the sub. Appreciate it, man. We're all good, don't worry. Oh, Lucas, welcome. When I read the title, I thought you were reading very beginning. No. Nah. Free time skip, I've pretty much watched it like over and over again. That shit felt like reading Marine. Yeah, it was really fucking good. The only thing I didn't like is Saturn's punishment. I've seen the mural, but I feel fully. I mean, you're gonna get to it, but it's better to just get to it yourself because it's related also to Vegapunk's message. Kind of want to have. I wonder, is there a? Oops. There has to be like a poster version of the mural that I can hang on my wall. The mural is arguably the best reading experience I've ever had. And it really does deserve a spot like that right there on the wall. Jay fell into the rabbit hole but got lost. He was on my Twitch stream earlier. And he hopped my stream and first thing he said was that he just finished Kuma's flashback. Like Marineford was hyped each new page when I feel like that. No, Egghead was almost the perfect arc. For me at least. It was really fucking good. No, like if the finale was like if Saturn had gotten the proper punishment from Luffy, I would have had Egghead on my favorite arc ever. So I don't think I can put it above Whole Cake personally. Wait, is Whole Cake your favorite? Like your favorite One Piece arc? Because for me, Marineford is my favorite One Piece arc, and I was so close to putting Egghead over Marineford, but the last bit was just fell short a little bit. It can be assumed that an alliance was the only feasible way to. Oh my god, I can't read. It can be assumed. Oh my god. It can be assumed that an alliance was the only feasible way to oppose the formidable faction which Joy Boy belonged. I'm afraid that the cause of this conflict still eludes me. So I do not presume to judge the morality of the combatants. I can, however, say that this was a war. That this war was a clash of two opposing ideologies. I mentioned earlier that Joybo was born into a fantastical civilization. You have Zoe. I mean, it's still kind of wild. Like, how do you look at the current world government? The Celestial Dragons and the Gorosei. And then try to stay neutral about it. My top 5 now are Marineford, Whole-Cake, Ini's Lobby, Egghead, and Impel Down. Lost relevance? Who lost relevance? When that's... Okay, so... Marineford, Whole-Cake, Ini's Lobby, Egghead, and Impel Down. Huh. Okay, I mean, that's a solid list. Oh man, I should stop eating like I do. Is it because they build weapons? Wait, what are you talking about? They lost it? I still don't know what... Huh? The Marineford, the Volga, Ini's Lobby all hit me to her. Okay. Two different things. Okay, whatever. Let's continue. One so advanced that it is hard to believe it existed over 900 years ago. The weapons that existed during this century-long struggle are beyond our modern science. Are far beyond our modern science. I'm not sure what you mean, Jay. Like, how... What do you mean relevance? Like, are you sure you used the right word? Also, so he says the weapons that existed during this century-long struggle are far beyond our modern science. That Joyboy has had those weapons, I guess, makes sense. And he doesn't exist anymore. But the world government still exists, and the only weapon that's sort of similar is whatever was used to destroy the Lulusia. So, like, where are those? Why doesn't the world government have those weapons anymore? Is it the ancient weapons? We've never seen the design of Pluton. We don't know what Uranus is. Poseidon is a... I mean, there's just sea kings. That's kind of wild. Foxy with his new facial hair. What is that peanut? What's that peanut head of fool saying? Oh, boss, you're making me hungry. Such technology is baffling, even to a genius such as myself. And therein lies our big problem. Labostratum. Stussy. It's me. Edison? Lower the barrier and hightail it out of there. But I can't. What if something were to happen to the Straw Hats? I'm gonna be straight with you. There ain't no point in the barrier no more. Not when there are monsters on the island who can ignore it. We've done all we can for them. I'm sure they'll make it somehow. Jinbei's still carrying Zoro. How much longer, Jinbei? My apologies, we're almost there. There's nothing to apologize for. We were busy. Is that you, Zoro? We're gonna get it later. Now hurry up. They're moving their ships to blockade the northeast coast. I'll never forgive you get blasted out of the water after this. Ines Lobby Watch 7. Marineford, Egghead, Wano. No, I am bad at math, but that is more than 5, right? Ines Lobby Water 7, Marineford, Egghead, Wano, Thriller Bark, Dressrosa, Loki Island. Oh, wait, you have Thriller Bark that high? I mean, Thriller Bark was fun, but to me, it's only towards the end that he gets really, really good. Like the beginning and the middle half. I don't know. Yeah, see, but like the end of Thriller Bark was god tier shit, but the beginning and the middle was was not it. As for Egghead, fair. Wano, interest. Okay, fair. Like the goofiness. Okay, yeah, the beginning had the goofiness, fair. But the middle parts, it was a slog. It was just like what's it called? Just like Punk Hazard. Like the middle part was not great. All right. Now now that Stella's gone, what am I meant to live for? I have no purpose. Don't let him use his sword. Okay, so they're all fighting Venus Juro. This geezer can cut anything. Sends the living voices. Bonnie. Okay, he coats his sword in armament hockey. Goes for a slash. Frankie gets her down. Cuts off the head of the Viking ship. I can't maintain the stored future for very long. The Void Century ended, says Vegapunk. With Joy Boy's defeat. How much do you intend to say, Vegapunk? There are too many life forms up here. Oh, I forgot he did that. Got the entire Labostratum. That's dope. But the aftermath had grander consequences. The wake of that ancient world scarred. The wake of that ancient conflict scarred the world, and those scars never healed. Nothing happened in Thriller. Yeah, nothing happened. We all know travel between islands can be excruciatingly difficult. The seas one must traverse are so vast and perilous. Most people are content to live and die at their place of birth, never experiencing any culture other than their own. Isn't that a bit obvious? Yeah, everyone knows the seas are dangerous. That is common knowledge to us now. But it wasn't like that 1,000 years ago. Yeah, of course, Shiro. A cataclysmic ecological disaster occurred during the Void Century. And the ancient world was swallowed by the ocean. We are now living atop of the remnants, continental fragments of the landmasses that once were. Say what? The world of a millennia ago sleeps unseen at the bottom of the ocean. I know it's hard to believe, on my word alone, but there really were multiple vast continents back then. Okay, so we're in Kokoyashi Village. Got up in the moment, been reading some manhwa. Are you okay, Jay? Oh, never mind. You're replying to Gambi. I was like, where did that come from? I didn't see the Gambi part. I was like, damn, you sound drunk as fuck. This is insane. Hey, Nojiko, where do you think you're going? The whole world's at stake. Fill me in later. I've got to check the Tangerine Orchard. This exchange in the world helps explain how a century of history could be censored. A feat that seemed nigh impossible, but it makes sense when you consider that the undeniable conclusion all the data points to. Within a mere century, the average sea level rose by a staggering 200 meters. Oh, you're kidding, 200? The warship's only 60 meters tall. No wonder the old world disappeared. Hey, stop listening to this crap. We have work to do. The Seraphim and all those imprisoned Cyberpol agents were spotted falling out of the lab building. We've got to rescue them. Did you hear that? His tall tales keep getting taller. Okay, so Mocktown. You're still looking on manhwa? Me? I've never looked down on manhwa. I've never even given manhwa a try. So I can't even have an opinion on him. Asking what you meant by J loss. Forget it. Just, is that really possible? Okay, so now in Drum, Sakura Kingdom, the new name, of course. Even now, the world still finds a way to keep things interesting. The mountain is around 200 meters. You're saying something that tall would be submerged. That's awful. How many people died? I'm playing some video games. I'm starting Villain Saga. Like from the beginning? That begs the question, how and why did such a flood occur? Naturally, your first instinct might be to assume that was some kind of natural disaster. However, I can say for certain that it was no such thing. It was a man-made calamity. Ooh, good shit. Well, enjoy the ride. I highly recommend once you caught up to the anime, continue with the manga. The manga finished a couple months ago. You can't be serious. Okay, we're with big news Morgan now. If this catastrophe was brought about by natural means, there would be records denoting early warning signs several centuries earlier. It was a severe world-altering event, after all. But all my research into meteorology, geology, ecology, and atmospheric science confirmed that there was no such natural buildup. It is impossible for such a drastic change to happen spontaneously within the span of a mere 100 years, meaning the cause lies elsewhere. My suspicions were confirmed a few days ago when I analyzed the world's current sea levels. Now hold up, this specific line right here. It is impossible for such drastic change to happen spontaneously within the span of a mere 100 years. And that's pretty much all that happens in the Grand Line. Like, the weather can just flip in an instant, and the climate differs per island. Even though they're like on like the same, how do you say it? They're pretty much around the equator. Their world version of the equator, sort of. So whatever happened that caused the sea levels to rise by 200 meters is still having effects to current day. Edge number 8? No. I've heard of it, never watched it though. Speaking of which, I read 3 chapters of Tokyo Ghoul and I am sold. It is so fucking good. And I'll be reading it weekly on Wednesdays here on YouTube. It was much better than I ever expected. Meaning the cause lies elsewhere. My suspicions were confirmed a few days ago when I analyzed the world's current sea levels. This will be hard to accept, but that disaster 800 years ago was caused by ancient weapons technology capable of sinking the world. And that very same firepower evidently still exists, just waiting to be used again. In other words, that great war which ravaged the world during the Void Century is still ongoing. And now we have Emu. I've watched... I mean, you can join on Wednesdays. You can read along. I've only read the first three chapters. I'm missing a lot. No, I'm not. If I'm not... Okay, I mean, depends on how fast I'll be home after the gym. Like, the art of Tokyo Ghoul is so fucking good. Like, everything about it was just perfection. Like, the art was amazing, it was well written, the build-up was good, the pacing was great. That disaster 800 years ago was caused by ancient weapons technology capable of sinking the world, and that very same firepower evidently still exists, just waiting to be used again. In other words, the Great War which ravaged the world during the Void Century is still ongoing. Oh, okay, I thought you meant... Okay, fair enough. I mean, I can add it to my manga list once I finish with my... whatever I'm doing here. Because right now I have Tokyo Ghoul, Chainsaw Man, a Full Metal Alchemist, Ichi the Witch, and Gachakuta. I'm starting with those 5. And I can add Kaiju number 8, I guess. Whenever Ichi the Witch is the shortest one, and I can add it to my weekly list. Which will make it easier to read. The genius sheds light on a forgotten history. 1116 conflicts. Yeah, what? Is she injured or what's happened to her face? This line bugged the fuck out of me so much. Still ongoing? I mean, the sea level just rose not too long ago. Not a manga, but the Walking Dead comic is actually fire. Walking Dead doesn't appeal to me, man. I don't like stories that don't have a set end in sight. I played the video game, like the Tale games. It was fine, but that was the most I was willing to give the Walking Dead. Like if by like the 5th episode there's no goal in sight and the goal is just pure survival, to me that just means it's just a series made to be milked. It got burned down, most of it. Remember the end of Rohi? Oh, her. Oh, right. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I need a story that has a set goal in mind and a clear ending. Like even if it hasn't reached it, like with One Piece in 25 years, the goal is still clear. Like we are working towards a certain goal. As long as we know that we were working towards something, I'm willing to invest. Did he just say that there were world-sinking weapons still out there somewhere? Yep, there's one allegedly in the sky. How can an 800-year-old war be ongoing? No one from back then is even still alive today. And damn, saying that just as emu's right there. Why would a war rage on in total secrecy? With Nefertari D. Lily huge on the wall. The sumo guy? Oh damn, what was his name again? Damn. Damn it, I knew his name! Like, he was one of the few people that I immediately remembered his name. Vegapunk. In all sincerity, Alabasta. Karu crying. Man, it would be... Man, just seeing the world like this, like, how amazing would it be if we got, like, a proper, well-made One Piece game? But I feel like we can only make a proper game when the story is over. Like, you start your own pirate crew, and you have to, like, find the 4 poneglyphs, so you don't have... So you don't have, like, to traverse to every single country that Luffy has, so you can make it shorter. That'd be so dope. I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart, as there is something else I must confess. A One Piece single player RPG would be so... Yeah, I mean, even a simple One Piece fighter, like a One Piece fighting game, would be so good. Like you know, Dragon Ball Fighters. Imagine that, except it's like 500 One Piece characters. Make it even simpler. It doesn't have to be like as fleshed out as Dragon Ball Fighters. He meant that because they're still hunting those who... That too, and they're still on top of the world. The Gorosei, at least, and the Celestial Dragons. They need to take more and more and more. Marvel Rivals will... Yeah, I've said that when Marvel Rivals came out. I said that too. Like Marvel Rivals, except One Piece, would work really well. Like, it'd have characters like Law, Usopp, as assist characters. You'd have Zoro, well, like say Zoro as a tank. Luffy as DPS. You can have Jozu as a tank. Endless amount of character, you can milk the shit out of that. Come here. Get up here. Come on, get up here. Okay, so... Like the Iron Warrior games? Never heard of that. My goal was always to create an energy source to fuel society's development, and while it remained unfinished, my research has culminated in the Mother Flame. Its power has many practical uses. I'm certain that one day this undying energy can be harnessed to secure that the entire world lives in abundance. This breakthrough is marred, however. A small fragment of the flame was stolen. I take full responsibility for this unfortunate event. The Cypherpole agents are stuck in the middle of the island. This is bad. They're completely surrounded by flames. Oh, pirate warriors. Oh, I mean, they're fine. They're fine, but like, how long has it been since the new Pirate Warriors game came out? Like, they're still milking the same one from like 10 years ago, I think. And the company who got OP game rights is going to bankrupt or something? Which game? Like, is there a single company who's got rights for One Piece? One Piece games? That was quite the tremor. Any idea what's happening, Edison? That spooked me too. The whole gosh darn basement came down crashing down on here. A lot of Cypherpole agents in tow. Can't generate any more clouds for the straw hats. Came crashing down. How's that possible? Another monstrous elders must be heading up. Stussy, get yourself out of there. Edison, is it okay if I let Kaku go free? I don't want him to suffer the consequences of this. Don't worry, I won't let him go after the Straw Hats, and I don't think pursuing them will be his priority anyway. Understood, Stussy. I'm sorry for putting you through all this. It didn't occur to me that they were your friends. Forgive me for making you turn on you. Make you turn on him. Despite being torn between both sides, you'll still rescue us. That inner conflict is proof of your humanity, Stussy. Do as you please. Just find a way to keep on living. Yeah, this was a nice moment for Stussy to, like, finding a reason to live, a purpose. 2 weeks after the flame fragment was stolen, we observed an intense glow emanating from above the kingdom of Lulusia. It later got the news that the entire nation had mysteriously vanished without a trace. Excuse me. Before long, my equipment registered the worldwide earthquakes I mentioned earlier. This might be my pride as a scientist talking, but I'm certain of one fact. An ancient weapon did that. Why would someone do that to Lulusia? Only the Mother Flame could supply an immense energy needed to cause this tragedy. Lulusia is gone? This is the first we're hearing about this. Hurry and confirm it. My very own intention was used to power an ancient weapon. I remember way back theories that this guy was gonna play a role in the downfall of Kaido because he had the King Punch. That he would at least, like, weaken Kaido to a certain extent. No matter how much you hated Lucci, I liked the one he said to Stussy. I mean, I don't hate Lucci. I'm just saying he's not as strong as Zoro or Luffy. And he actually grew on me when he asked the bird guy, when he asked him to spare Kaku. That actually made me like him more. But during the reverie, I lost a lot of respect to him when he referred to the celestial dragons as gods. That made me lose a lot of respect for him. As a villain character? Vegapunk bows down. The motives and origin of the perpetrators are a mystery to me, but in the end, it all boils down to one hard truth. I am an accessory to this act of mass murder. I cannot express to how remorseful I am for my part in this. I am truly sorry. But this proves my theory is plausible. The disaster that flooded the world was man-made. Vegapunk, this was not your fault. Then Pluton is. Lord Momonosuke. There were once 3 great ancient weapons. It is said that Joy Boy attempted to ensure that they would be passed on to future generations. That begs the question, why? Hasn't the world sunk enough? Such ambiguity makes it hard to brand one side. Oh, hold up. That begs the question. Oh, let me start the whole thing over. It is said that Joy Boy attempted to ensure that they would be passed on to future generations. Okay. That begs the question. Why hasn't the world sunk enough? But as far as we know, only one of the three weapons are made to make the world sink. Such ambiguity makes it hard to brand one side as just and the other evil. Because one is a battleship. I don't think a battleship can sink the world, can make the water level rise. And the other is Poseidon, controlling the Sea Kings, which is not man-made, but it's, I guess, inherited? A form of reincarnation? The day of answers is coming. Consider this a warning. When that time comes, everyone will fear the notion of a sunken world. Sengoku stress eating cookies. Or, I think those were rice cookies that he always eats. The Void Century is still an enigma. There are those who know what happened in its entirety. Oh boy. Everything. You're going to explain everything, Vegapunk. Why do you care? Like, why the fuck do you care, Akainu? Why do you care? Why is Sengoku so stressed out? I am referring to the former members of the Pirate King's crew. Oh, pirates? Pirates know? How? Why would pirates know the world's secrets? Isn't that dangerous? Oh, we have the long-armed tribe here. Hang on, how is that possible, Stella? How could you have known about me stealing a fragment of the Mother Flame? I cut off my memory synchronization. It should have been impossible. Not only that, I know for a fact that you're a terrible liar and a lousy actor. You were genuinely surprised, right? York, it was all you were doing. And how it pays off in the end is fucking phenomenal. That Vegapunk just planned everything. Everything that happened on Egghead was just according to Vegapunk's plan. You got news about Leloucia and took readings. What does that mean? When? The timeline doesn't add up. You must have known about the government's plans. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done all this. What? You wouldn't have hidden the broadcast snail. Elders, I worked out where the broadcast snail is. Are you certain? Without a doubt, I'm a Vegapunk too. The snail is in the Fabrio stratum. The Iron Giant is guarding it. Had this headcanon, those 20 kingdoms did some stupid shit and summoned devils they took control of. The world thought this legendary. Devils? You mean like how Emu does? We have Emeth walking. I'm sure they knew our entire lost history, so why? Why would they just fade away without telling a soul? Why didn't they act? And here we are, Sabaudi. Rei-san, haven't you had enough booze? You rarely get this wasted. I'm old and washed up now. Just like Vegapunk here, a blabbering old geezer who's already said too much. Don't be an ass and take it away from the youngsters. The thrill is theirs to seek now. Right, Roger? Ugh. What? Like, seriously, what the fuck could it be that has the Roger pirates acting like that? Not telling a soul is crazy. They were too early, that's what really said, but like how? And of course, Rayleigh and Shaki still together. Mo. Pirate Island. Does that mean there could be a bunch of treasure down there in the ocean floor? Yo, P-Brain, it's not like the world is full of cities of gold. It's all 200 meters deep. You'd be a sea beast chow if you went looking. But ain't there ships that can dive? We'd have better luck trying to court some mermaids. The Grand Line. That was even before Nolan's time. What an incredible story. Okay, so we have fuck. Fuck. Forgot his name. How am I forgetting everyone's name? Oda's writing was so good, from Shang's chapter most to most of it. Yeah. Cricket. Oh my god. Holy fuck. It came back to me. Nolan Cricket. No, not Nolan. No, Nolan is not the last name. Mont Blanc? Mont Blanc Cricket. GS Navy General Hospital. Obi-senpai, this must be about the One Piece. I'm gonna pass out. I'll write everything down later. It's hard to keep up with all these thoughts racing around my head. Just saw the captain. His recovery's going well, but he wants his space. Now, hey, things are really coming to a head, huh? Aren't they, Prince? Yeah, it sounds like we're gonna get some hard to hear answers soon. It's our turn to step up. Drake, still alive. New World. Smoker. Still don't know what he's dragging behind him. Still so crazy. We don't know what he's dragging. I realize I've been quite vague on this point. However, I can't add anything further other than pure speculation. Keep going. What did Roger leave behind? Look, the barrier's lifting. What was that sound just now? It startled me. The clouds have stopped stretching. Don't worry. This is more than enough. We should be able to reach the sea, no problem. Yeah, the only issue will be landing right on top of a fleet of ships. I've loaded up the cola barrels. We can blast off at a moment's notice. Wait, but Shinbei's still not here. We're close. We wound up chasing after a strange monster. Huh? There's no time for detours. Get over here now. I'm not taking a detour. The monster's headed straight for you. Look sharp. In comes Venus Juro. There's something special about his presence. An elder? What? Fishman Jujutsu. I forgot that's what happened. Throw Zoro. Kataguruma. Sukavati's Bliss. And they clash. Is this an error? Did his sword... I don't remember if I brought it up last time, but his sword changed. It has no handguard. The pattern's different. It doesn't have the typical Kitetsu handguard. Rashomon. No, it is a Rashomon attack. So Kavati's Bliss, Rashomon. But like, Venus's sword changed. Ooh, a Kitetsu blade. Zoro, caught by Jinbei. Zoro, launch the ship already. We'll jump on. Northeast coast of Egghead. Straw Hat's still not here? Oh, we can't hold back much longer. Sting that ancient ship of theirs. Remember, it's just one vessel, even if it does look like it came right out of a legend. Yeah, it looks more like Fuji. Exactly. It doesn't have the handguard on it. And when he clashed with Sanji, like when Sanji blocked his sword, it did have it. So I don't know if it changed or. Like straight up, it changed to this. This is what it changed to. Like it doesn't have the handpiece, like the handguard. Getting ready to sail. Okay, we're getting any of the broadcast. So, Oimo or Kashi getting some hits in, or receiving some hits. What? Wasn't that board just behind us a second ago? That's great. Now we just gotta worry about boarding the ship. There's enough for him in front of Emeth. I have one last message I wish to impart. It is for those of you who are scattered all across the world. Wait, is that? Yes, it is the very Iron Giant, which rampaged through Marijois 200 years ago. And we still don't know what activated him to go to Marijois. There can be no doubt of that. Those of you who carry the letter D in your name. Ace, Luffy-san, Vice Admiral Garp. And then we see Teach. Among you there is. That's enough. What was that? What was he about to say? This pissed me off so much when I read it. Did the signal get jammed? It's over. But is it though? Those with the letter D. Among you there is. Like, is he referring to the Davy clan? Classic Oda T. Yeah. I mean, this is the worst one so far. In Japanese, he gets cut off as he says, Mo. This could be the start of an unknown word, or it could be the particle for also. So essentially, he could be saying, among you there is also. That was the moment where we got confirmation about the Kitetsu one. Yeah, that was a confirmation that's the Shodai Kitetsu. But I'm still saying that the look of his sword changed there for some reason. It looks like Fujitora's sword and not an actual Kitetsu. Because it looked different when Sanji attacked him. Being free. And he falls down to the ocean. Where are you? Where did you go, Joy Boy? I wanted our paths to cross. You were here, right, Joy Boy? How strange. How very strange. What the hell was that? A giant boar? A mammoth? Off goes the broadcast. Did something go wrong? It was cut off mid-sentence. So we're in Alabasta. Oh, that's Koza. And the old man from that was digging for water. The world governments would never kill off the world's greatest mind, even if he did break a few laws. Pick up more. Yeah, their size keeps changing. Specifically for the Gorosei. Excuse me. York, how many of you Vegapunk survived? Other than me. I just checked who's still interfacing with Punk Records. There's only 2 left. Lilith is still up on this stratum. And Atlas is down at the northeast coast. Punk Records be to have been programmed to function and grow even after the stellar termination. We can benefit from it through York. The other 2 geniuses are nothing but loose ends. Let's get out of here. We're hopping on. Oh, of course. So Luffy's in his base form. That's why Emmet can't feel him anymore. He made it. Oh, so this is a giant ship. It's so huge. Where's Usopp? Isn't he here? What about Chopper? Damn it all. Chase them down. There's no way we can let them escape when we haven't had this many battleship. Giants are too tough. Are you gonna be okay? Okay, so Bonnie turned them to kids. Right back 3 ahead. They tried back 3 ahead of the boat of giants. They tied back. Oh, they tied it back. Oh, they did. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Huh. We'll be able to launch into the ocean thanks to Edison. We may need to land safely. Of course, Nami-san, Robin-chan and Lilith-chan are my top priority. Even if you sink, nothing can stop me from rescuing you ladies. Okay, so Birdman still flying. Another elder. They're really coming after us now, huh? Oh my, you must be Straw Hat Luffy. The captain's worrying me about your appetite. That's why I had a bunch of food ready. But I wasn't planning on serving this all in one go. Sorry, I gotta fill up now. Just cook some more for later. Oh yeah. You really eat a lot, don't you? Okay. Birdman, hyper beams. Now the giants. Protect the little people. Bjorn, Sig, are you guys hanging in there? Put out the flames. What the? Is that a bird monster? Oh, you won. Let's move, Vegapunk. Daddy. I'll burn. Guess there's no ignoring these monsters. If they can fly, they can chase us to the ends of the world. Not a single one of you will be permitted to escape. Man, I remember looking for this panel a while ago. We were discussing the sea, Luffy turning the sea into rubber, and I was looking for this, and I just could not find it for the life of me. To the point that I started doubting myself that this never happened. You know, Mars was a bird, Nojuro all over the. You mean the pig? Oh, Nasru. Oh no, the Venus Juro. Never mind. Yeah, I mean he's fast as fuck. No way. Is what we heard true? Are sea levels really still rising? Nope, that's just Luffy making the sea bounce. Whoa, Nika. Yeah, Venus Juro. Yeah, it's like a festive beat. We can't both dance around like this, you blockhead. Who's gonna put out the fires? Come on, don't you want to blow these guys out of the water? I couldn't keep up with you in that form. Of course you can. I don't know how your powers work, but I'm sure you've got this. That's just how I look when I'm totally free. And she remembers him saying that. Distorted future. Give me a future where I'm totally free. The hell are they? Whoa, 2 Nikas. Let's do this. I sense something amiss. We must hurry. There you are. Emeth. Okay, let me just skip to the important parts. Of course, Kaku telling her, sparing her, telling her to leave. That's Straw Hat's face, just like his bounty poster. Giant's all happy. Two nikas, I see. She made a facsimile with her H powers. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Guys, nothing hurts these things, even if they're sliced up or crushed. That's why I want you to give it your all and hurl me at him full force. So all we can do is throw you straight at it, huh? Give it give it our all. You asked for it. So it's in gear 5, tank man. Are you gonna attack Luffy? He was jumping all over, slice the cloud out. No, yeah, like he had the speed. Like from the moment they arrived, Venus just started running laps around the island, cutting down pacifistas, jumping up, going down. Clashed. I mean, it's not even a clash against Sanji, but he faced off against Sanji and clashed with Zoro, who were like on different sides of the island. And he grabs him. Look at his demonic face. Hurry, well, I've still got hold of it. Captain's orders are absolute, Bani-chan. Ifrit Jambe. Ifrit Jambe is fucking diabolical. Impactful strong? Alright then. Giant Nika. Oh wait. He didn't even... That's crazy. He didn't even use... Ifrit held memories against Queen. He's using it against Luffy. Held memories, impactful strong right, and giant Nika punch. Oh, it hurts. Of course it does. You guys are using Haki. Don't let up, Bani-chan. Keep going until you've crushed the life out of him. I know it's just... I mean, Sanji doing it is one thing, but Frankie doing it just make it so much funnier. So I mean, of course it fucking hurts. I mean, it's Sanji with arguably even better Haki, armament Haki, and Hell's Memories. Before Ifrit Jambe, Hell's Memories was Sanji's best move. And he didn't even use that against Queen. I mean, the Ifrit version. He did use the regular Hell's Memories against Queen. And off he goes. Booming Dawn Balloon. Alright, it's done. Won't be back anytime soon. What about Usopp and the others? They were meant to fly down and meet us here, but they're late. Let's go check. York is monitoring us. Lilith. Okay, then in the Mushi, he wakes up again. Nothing of sorts. Okay, so Vegapunk continues to talk. Whole Cake Island, the goats. Katakuri, man. I need him to get back into action. If Big Mom is permanently written out of the story, I need Katakuri to take over. That's ceaselessly inherited aspect. We can call it a will. Elders, you just interrupted this transmission. The snail's memory circuits is still intact. You have to destroy it directly if you want to shut it down for good. And to those who have suffered for this, I can only pray my voice reaches you. Gaimon! Have you seen the theory that Gaimon was in one of the treasures of God Valley? And just got stuck there. I got Simon and Starfunkel. Oh, what the? Is this... Was that an explosion? It's the Cypher agents and a bunch of debris. They're falling out of the sky. Catch them, they'll die. The Seraphim here are here too. Look, old timers, that monster spitting in the mouth. It's gonna suck us in. Move it. After all the progress we made, he's pulling us back. Roll the sills and use the oars instead. You bastard. Luffy just smacks him in the face. Got him, Nika. A giant white monster and raiding Cypherpole agents. Even dreams aren't this wild. Damn it, the boar's heading out right for you. Look out. His skin's really tough. We're gonna smash the ship. We gotta run. And he charges. Oni-chan, I can hold it. Being free is too tiring. Joy boy. Listen up, Emeth. The time is at hand. And in comes Emeth with a strong left. The time. "26 years ago, Punk Hazard. I implore you, Vegapunk, please aid us in our research. It's imperative that we study the Void Century. The world's history can't remain shrouded in darkness." Our research requires expertise in numerous fields. I work for the government now. I can't afford to leak my findings. Now we have Clover. And the dragon. The future dragon of Punk Hazard. Can't wait for Joy Boy's voice in the anime. That would be dope. Dope to hear. I mean, maybe they'll give him a filter to keep him, like, still a mystery. But to me, it would be really, really dope if they give him Goku's voice actor. If the giant robot said strong left, Frankie sucks. Strong left. Nah, that would have been so dope if he actually said that. Strong left. How many times have they caught you anyway? Open your eyes. Why can't you see they keep letting you go free? They're hoping to flush out your allies. Stand down. Let their path remain shrouded. You won't find the answer to good and evil in a bunch of old stories. Yeah, so this was when Vegapunk was still not a good guy. Not necessarily that, but I would say a coward. I once knew someone who carried the D in their name. He was killed right in front of me. We grew up together. He was my big brother. My real name is Cleome D. Clover. On that day, I lied to save myself. We're only friends. Tell me, how am I meant to accept a world where you can die for having the wrong name? History will continue to be suppressed, and the people will never know. I'll forget about what you just told me, but I'm afraid I can't help you. Do your best to stay safe. Vegapunk, the voices of the past call out to you. Just wait. I'll solve this puzzle, and when I do, you won't be able to ignore them. 22 years ago. Did you hear the news from the West Blue? O'Hara came face to face with a Buster Call. Take a look, it's the biggest massacre ever. They finally got that archaeologist clover. That's what happens when you look into the Void Century. No one's gonna make that mistake again. I don't know about that. His tongue is just hanging there. I implore you, Vegapunk. It looks like some rat survived. Nico Robin. You must have had a chance to escape, Clover. You chose death. Was passing on your research that important? You fool. Did you really expect to be someone to be curious enough to follow in your footsteps after this? Those dragons are our favorite pets, so the celestial dragon. Luffy's were definitely kill. Yeah. Someone once told me the world is gonna roll me. Ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. The voices of the past call out to you. History is written by the victors, and the world of the vanquished are usually cast into the deep dark ocean. Okay, we're seeing a slaveholder. Yo, Zeph. That being said, their truth can still come to light if the oppressed carry it on their backs and endure it. For my part, I'm leaving this to the world. Hurry up and blast off. It's no good, we can't. That old centaur is gonna keep attacking. We're finished if he does. The ship can only fly for a kilometer. If the Giza disrupts our trajectory even a little, we will make it. The wind is blowing north, and that's reducing our lift. Any further jolts will make us fall short of the projected landing. According to my calculations, if we miss the ocean, our damage will be critical. We have to get rid of him. Smacks Lilith down. Atlas, why'd you do that, Lilith? I'll leave her in your hands. Take off. I'll make sure you make it in one piece. What are you talking about? Lilith access has been severed. Atlas is the only one left. Take Lilith inside Zoro. Atlas, you've got to explain. Let's go. We'd regret if you hesitated now. Do it, Brooke. Right away, Zoro-san. Atlas tackling Venus Juro. Kuda burst. This broadcast of mine. I'm praying that this message gets transmuted safely. I also don't have the faintest idea. It's the huge Robo. An Iron Giant. Joy Boy, I'm happy to meet you again. Over here, you. I realize it would be foolish to blindly trust in a one-sided account of a 900-year-old battle. I came like before. Your enemy is my enemy. I am glad I can fight for you again, Joy Boy. You can talk, that's so cool. I will protect. Ooh, music. I need music. Need music. Need music. Oops. We must pound them to dust. I will protect you from danger, Joy Boy. It seems Vegapunk's speech is all but over. That's right. Is he a friend? Not really. He was saying something about protecting some guy called Joy Boy. Who even is that? It talked? We didn't hear. Oh. Did I pick up on this when the chapter came out? So only people with the voice of all things can hear him. I don't remember that. We didn't hear a thing. Whoa, really? Enough chit-chat. Shoot, we can't let them get away. But I think we should be able to scrutinize and learn. Jeez. But I think we should be able to scrutinize and learn from the past, from every perspective possible. I only wish I had more time. Worm dude about to attack. But there are those who cannot be stopped. Frank, even Sanji hyped up. Yo, Milo, what up? Picked up on it? Okay, fair enough. I guess I just don't remember that. I think he was actually about to do a strong left. Just Emmett. He just doesn't have the gas for it. What? Watch out, robot. Bites a chunk out of his arm and out of his body. It seems the last 900 years have rendered those weapons inoperable. Peter! Man, just calling him Peter sounds strangely disrespectful. We Oda drew Luffy in this chapter. Yeah, I really like it though. Peter, crush them where they stand. End this transmission once and for all. I will not let you escape. There's Saturn. Kuma, Bonnie. That's the Sunny. Hold on tight, we're coming down. How are we gonna make it? So you mean to make a grand sacrifice of yourself? Nah, I'm just lending a hand. Get blasted by the coup de burst. 25 years ago, the pirate Goldie Roger achieved the unprecedented by circumnavigating the globe. I have no doubt they heard the whole thing. Atlas signal was gone. It's finally happening. Fuck you, York. I'm the last Vegapunk. No, not quite. We have to let you say. We have let you say far too much, Stella. Oh my, I've really rusted down. This is the time you spoke of, right, Joy Boy? Can I use it? And I remember being so fucking right. Calling it. That is Joy Boy's hockey. That Joy Boy stored his hockey in Emmet somehow. Fucking call it. They must have heard the voices of the past from the purest source possible. I am confident that you all have come to the same conclusion at this point. That I will anticipate is what will ultimately determine how things transpire in the future. Did you say Goldie? Next chapter. Nobody expected the rope stuff to make a comeback. Oh, from from Weatheria. Not really, no. But I was just thinking, like, because the way Emmett was talking, it sounded like he was going to self-destruct. And I was like, that is too obvious. What if it's something crazier? And I just thought, what could be the craziest possible thing that could happen? And then it just came to me. Joy Boy's hockey. Damn, Nami. We can't let them get away. They're poisonous, don't touch them. Yeah, nothing good can come from touching that. What an intense attack. You still won't stay down, you bastard. Bonnie, struggling, getting into Gear 5. Saturn goes for Bonnie. Luffy blocks him. Legendary Colors player, yeah. Bonnie. That's it, Bonnie, you've got this. The day of awakening is coming where all the pressing secrets of the Void Century will be uncovered. We know the weapons technology that sank the world's continent is still in use. That power is out there. Those with rare and unique racial ancestry are relentlessly persecuted and slaughtered today. Due to some mysterious quirk of history. And he remembers, are you a buccaneer? What makes my blood so special anyway? I'm talking about the distant past. Marco. Back then there was a kingdom of gods up there. King. You're a Lunarian. The world government is offering 100 million berries for any information on them. Look, she's got 3 eyes. All the unique and different races. You're mine. You are not parroting. You are but a parrot mimicking what you do not comprehend. Enough! Luffy saves her once again. Bonnie, holding in tears. You can either live as a slave or die. Nothing else can be tolerated for someone of your ilk. That is what the tides of time have decided. How dare you say, how dare you, all those things you did to Daddy. What you did to Mommy. Your mother ended up being part of my drug experiments. Bonnie, say hi to Mommy. I wanted to be a hero, someone who could save people. All I ever wanted was for the three of us to live in peace. Being alone for so long made me want to die. Ugh. And she's letting it all out. But I kept going. I owe everything to those two. They've blessed me in so many ways. Liberating. You insects. Well, this is a much nicer panel than I remember. Iceberg. There will be reckoning on the day those answers come. You must be on guard to protect yourselves, no matter what happens. I have faith in humanity's capacity for wisdom. I have faith in science. Roger died 25 years ago, and it has been 2 years since Whitebeard's death. A new age is heralded by the passing of old legends. And there it is, Nika Punch and Luffy with a Gatling assisting. Nothing but armament hockey. Today, there are certain individuals who can be oppressed. You really sent him flying, Monty. Love the panel so much. Yeah, it's a really good panel. Look, that's your ship, isn't it? We're gonna die. We're gonna fall and die. Someone save us. Such individuals are probably the closest to the truth. A coincidence, or did Roger set this all in motion? My treasure, it's yours to find. Everything is right where I left it. Hey son, you'll catch a cold. And he just completely passed out. Alright, Vegapunk. I like where this is going. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee that it will be found by someone Joyboy would want. Isn't the Commodore back yet? I can't wait much longer. Shanks. Boss, you're drinking too much. Shut up, I ain't drinking. Chairman Buggy. There's no doubting your greatness now. You always exceeded our expectations. There's so much more to your dream than I thought. Gundi Roger. How peak can be get? We shall see. And like I wonder if we ever, like, after the flashback of after the rocks, or I mean, I call it the rocks flashback, but after Loki's flashback, I wonder if we're gonna get a single chapter or half a chapter, just seeing what happened outside of elbaf. There's no way we'll stand by. Let's go find it first. We'll protect the common folk then. You adults. There's no stopping this now. The fate of this world will be decided by whoever finds it. And then we have the 4 main players. The 4 actual contenders. And the scrubs. For the One Piece. And this is the first time where all 4 emperors are actually laughing. This panel it really is. So this is Shamrock right here. Back then we didn't know. So the 4... Ooh. Dragon. I still don't... Like, will Dragon actually go for the One Piece? I wonder how the anime will handle this page. I mean, they're probably just like do it in this exact same way. But one by one, like just Shanks appearing, then Luffy, Blackbeard, Buggy, and then underneath Akainu Dragon, Shamrock, Emu, Kobe, Garling, Uzan, and Sabo, my Flame Emperor. The main players. The time is at hand. The One Piece might be essential for beating the world government. I mean, that's what we're insinuating. Not even, it might not even be like a weapon, but just knowledge, like just the truth of what happened. Like just simple information can get rid of their power. Confused anime watch? Yeah. They're gonna be like, who the fuck is that? But actually, no. Because we knew that it was referring to the Holy Knights. So Dragon's gonna, of course, go for it. I mean, it depends. Because his goal is revolution worldwide. But the One Piece can help achieve that. The fate of the dragon depends on pirates? Hold on a sec, what is this madness, Vegapunk? No way, will our country sink too? The Navy has to do something. The world's greatest genius just said it's real. Let's go and get it. The One Piece is out there. It's about time we pirates ran the show. The world's gonna sink anyways. Leave some for us. Doesn't fit his character. I mean, it does though. He's overthrowing. I mean, he's not even throwing. Like he's helping the people overthrow their governments, and those governments are tied to the world government. Like how we saw with Kuma's old king, old island. That king kept coming back into power because he was supported by the world government. So what if Dragon, instead of going island to island, liberating nations, what if he goes straight to the source? Straight to Merijois, takes them down, and then that way liberates the people. Why are you letting them hear the message? Every snail in the prison is playing it, and we can't stop them. How could you? Vegapunk. Luffy-san, aye. King of the pirates? But you'd have to make the whole world kneel to you. Don't tell me you're after the One Piece. I have to stop you from achieving your dream. Fuck you, fuck you, Kobe. Why are you dummies calling it my world now? You don't really want that, right? Chairman Buggy? It's our world. Damn, Buggy, he knows how to. Now that is a leader. That's how you rile up the people. We'll follow you to the depths of hell. Just said Croc and Mihawk. Nah, the moment he declared he wanted to find the One Piece, he became an actual contender. What should we do, Teach? We could just kill him. Caribou? Commodore Teach, I'm sure my information will please you. Bring him to me. I'll put him down if the info is a dud. That is the truth. Joy Boy. Didn't even notice, but Big Man grew three teeth on one side. Luffy being the warrior of liberation, Dragon being the warrior for liberation, and Garp being the warrior against liberation. That's wild. I was like, Kobe kind of died for me with, yeah, that's not the conclusion he's got to come to. Like, if he had said, I have to find it before you, I would respect it. But actively stopping Luffy, the one pirate who does good, from achieving it? Meanwhile, fucking Blackbeard's out there roaming the seas. Iron Giant! That horse geezer is back. Do something, Zoro. I'm sorry, Joy Boy. The giant robot. I want to apologize to you too. I knew that there was no chance he would still be alive. Did you mistake me for someone else? You look just like him. It was nostalgic. My feelings from that day came rushing back. I hope Joy Boy forgives me. I failed to make him king. A giant worm. King, what is your name? I'm Monkey D. Luffy, the man who's gonna be king of the pirates. D. Unties the knot. Hey Luffy. Conquers Haki. Thank you, letting me hear that nostalgic rhythm one last time. And I like how the Haki doesn't just burst out immediately. Like it sort of starts small and then starts growing. And right now, the biggest Haki blast we've ever seen. This is bigger than the clash of actually no, we did a comparison. It is at the very least as big as the clash of Zebek and Harold. Setting in the way of Luffy's dream is treason of their friendship? Not necessarily. I mean, Luffy would not see it as a betrayal. If Sabo wants to compete for it, they're gonna fight for it. I mean, he told Ace, like, we're gonna end up fighting for the One Piece. But if he's actually stopping, like, if his goal is to, like, make sure Luffy does not get it, Emu chest hurt. Insane Haki. Who's causing it? And they all get stuck. It's crazy how Haki at that level can just make them summon, get them desummoned. So I wonder if Luffy just unleashes his Conqueror's Haki in Elbaf. Let's say he goes up to the realm of the sun, right where Gunko and the other Holy Knights are, and he just unleashes his Haki in Gear 5. Do they just fuck off? Let's not even go. Let's not even say that. Let's say he has Joy Boy's knot with him, and he just unties it. Do all the Holy Knights and Emu just disappear? Whoa! Great Emu! I just realized this is most likely Gunko, isn't it? Joy Boy. Worse PTSD than Kaido with Oden. And the sun falls down. Glad you guys made it. What happened to those monsters? No idea, they disappeared. What in the world? A robot with Haki. And how did it make them vanish? We did it. We landed safely. Are you okay, Nami-san? I'm fine, but Addison. This fuck, still alive. Listen up, Emeth. The time is at hand. The time. And he's sitting on a peculiar rectangle. Which is most likely a poneglyph. I wonder if that's at Laugh-Tale. I'm gonna gather my most powerful Haki and seal it inside you. Whoa. You're bound to live much longer than me. I'm not gonna always be around to help. This was Loki also? Yeah, it was. Oh, that sounds terrible. At some point. I really wonder if this is Laftil. Wearing a straw hat. He looks regular human size. No? You're going to be in at some point you're going to be in mortal danger, or someone you will want to save will be. When that happens, untie the knot. When the time is at hand, you'll still be there to help? That's right. Whenever it happens, I'll be saving you from here in the past, just like always. That makes me happy, thanks. It doesn't matter if you're dead. It will be like you're always with me. Yeah, that's not gonna happen for ages. Ages and ages. I hope I don't get lonely. Yeah, that's sad. Man, it would... Did Emmett even get to Egghead? He got transported there. Like, he climbed Mary Joie 200 years ago and attacked it. And then they dumped him in Egghead. Like, honestly, to me it would be so dope if they give Joy Boy Goku's voice. I can't think of another voice that would like... that has like the same childlike charm as like Luffy's actor. Saturn's doing, yeah. All right. Did Vegapunk? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he built Egghead. I mean, at least the way it is now. But I'm pretty sure. I think it was that Vegapunk that like wanted to like research the robot, or like, or he was he was forced or required to research it. What is your status? Wake up, guys! Straw Hats are escaping. Did Egghead exist 200 years ago? Yeah, I mean it did, just not in the current way it is now. It used to be a winter island, but then Vegapunk completely changed it. We don't know how Saturn brought Emmett there. I mean, could be by ship, or they just dragged him there, or maybe through the summoning thing. Who knows how that works? Whoa, all of them are down. Seriously, that's amazing. That was greater than Red Hair's, but didn't seem hostile, did it? Greater than Red Hair's. I'm really curious what the anime is gonna make out of this. Like, will it say greater than Red Hair's or just as great? Not how they just didn't know. Thanks for everything, Iron Giant. And he falls down. Alrighty, it's been... Let's go while they're still sleeping. And that's it. I got 2 weeks prior, and this is like how the Vegapunk plans everything ahead. Everything that happened on the island, everything that happened this arc. All according to plan. Yo? Is it? The thing. Maybe something Vegapunk related? I mean, he was in Punk Hazard. There was a lot of there was supposedly at least some Vegapunk stuff left there. I froze? Am I good? Like, can you hear me? You guys hear me or? Stream's fucked? I mean, it looks good on my end. That's fine. Okay, I don't remember. I don't know if you guys caught what I said, but I saw this on his back, and just earlier we saw Smoker on his motorbike carrying the same symbol. So whatever this is, it might be Vegapunk related. Something that he got maybe from Punk Hazard. Oh, okay, so the... Let me close this. Okay, how about now? Damn, okay. That's crazy. Okay, so I straight up should not switch tabs? I need to upgrade. I need to upgrade my PC. Fuck. I really need to upgrade my PC. Because 8 gigs of RAM is not cutting it. Like, it's already, like, demanding way too much from it. That's fine, yeah, I thought so. Close Discord. Anyway. I think I've got everything. There it is again. It's a jetpack. It's... All right, that's it. That's it for me. 3 hours. Managed to do it in 3 hours. I think 12 chapters? I think I read 12 chapters. Nice refreshers? Yeah. So that was the Egghead refresher. Next time, whenever that will be that's the, I'm gonna figure it out next time. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. You guys, thank you all for joining. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. And peace out.